Caleb Edwards in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. The pitch goes to Edwards, who goes left, cuts up the middle before he's taken down for about a 5-yard pickup. Donovan Grenz on the tackle for Rio Americano. Ball spotted at the 30, looking like a 2nd and 5. Good positive play to start this drive for the Titans. A lot of good young athletes on this Titans team. We talked about Trayvon Edwards and Stephon Johnson are 2 of those kids who Coach Brian Golder is really high on. The handoff goes to Edwards again. He's looking for room to run, and he's just got nowhere to go, bouncing right and left. Raiders all in his face everywhere he goes. There's a couple of flags on the field. Officials waving at the press box to try to stop the clock. 10:34 right now. We'll see what the flag is.
That was Nicholas Rupp on the tackle for the Raiders. Nicholas Rupp.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on Burbank, and that's going to push him back. So after a positive pickup from Williams on 1st down, now the Titans are looking at 2nd and about 15. Burbank can't catch a break here early in this game. From their own 20, Ruvalcaba takes the snap, rolling right. He's got a defender in his face, and he just throws it away. Chase Dinneberg, number 84, bringing the pressure off of the left side for Rio. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Familiar spot for the Burbank Titans so far in this game. That front 4 for Rio Americano is looking pretty impressive to start this game. It goes Chase Dinneberg, Charles White, number 99, number 58, Maxwell Jameson, and number 33, Toby Black. The ball is away, a pass, and it's nearly intercepted again off of the fingertips of number 19 for Rio Americano. Once again, need an updated roster. I checked it on Max Preps this morning, and it looked like everything was good to go, but we do not have a number 19 for Rio Americano. Nonetheless, it was off of his fingertips. Another near interception for the Raiders, but instead it'll be 4th and 15 for Burbank. Looking like they're going to punt it away again from their own 20-yard line. 10:25 here to go in the 2nd. The ball is snapped, and the punt is blocked. Dinneberg got a paw on it, and Rio falls on it again. Number 55. Again, I apologize. I do not have a 55 on the roster, but he picks it up and recovers it at the 23. Everything going the way of the Rio Americano Raiders. Chase Dinneberg busted that play up again. Just got his paw up there and blocked that punt. And Rio recovers in great field position once again. So Rio is going to start at the 23. There's a fumble in the backfield. Looks like a miscommunication on the handoff. Gilbert just falls on top of it. Actually, that Gilbert's not in there anymore. That's number 12, the sophomore Ryder Trantham, in at quarterback for the Raiders.
Tony, I am Kevin.
Small miscue. One of the few for the Raiders in this game so far. 2nd down. Trantham fumbles it again. Picks it up, but it looked like he had his knee on the ground, and the officials call him down in the backfield. Another loss for Rio Americano. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Like, what's going on? I get here, they drop an interception, then they get it. I'm like, come on, guys.
Just a couple minor mistakes here so far for the Raiders on this particular drive. hasn't let them haunt them too much in this game. They're up 24-0 with 9:25 and counting here in the first half. 2nd and 13 from the 23. Trantham lets it fly over the middle. He had a receiver open, but it just goes onto his back shoulder there. That was number 1, Devin Pointes, the intended target, but it's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and long. Looks like head coach Reed Sanders letting his sophomore quarterback get some reps. Ryder Trantham, transfer from Capital Christian this year, along with the senior Isaiah Langham. Both of those guys have helped out Rio to a 3-0 start so far. 4th and 13 now. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Number 5, Donovan Grenz, is back to punt for Rio Americano. Scoreboard says it's 3rd down, but the marker on the field says it's 4th down. Nonetheless, Rio looking to punt here. There is a flag on the field. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game on the Raiders. Maybe that was intentional to give them a little bit of extra space to try and pin this punt back really, really deep for the Titans. We got number 3, Trayvon Edwards, back to receive it. He's inside his own 10. Grenz ready to receive the snap. And he looks like he's going to run, but then he decides again and kicks it away. It's inside the 10 and downed at the 5 by the Raiders, number 14. That's where Burbank is going to start. They're going to start at their own 6. So Burbank forces a punt for the first time this game, but it comes with a little side note. Oh, by the way, you got to start at the 6-yard line. So Rio, with great coverage and looking to get another turnover here with 9:13 to play in this first half. They're up 24-0. Burbank breaks the huddle. Ruvalcaba is in the shotgun. He hands it off to number 8, Caleb Williams, who gets a few yards on the handoff before being taken down by a few Raiders. We got my man Kevin John here from ABC 10 reporting on the game here. Got to give him a shout out. One of the best in the business. Burbank looking at a 2nd and 7 from its own 8. .8:35 and counting here in the first half. Ruvalcaba pitches it to Trayvon Edwards, who rolls right, goes to the far hash, maybe picks up a yard, went more yards laterally than he did vertically. And that'll get him to the 10. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 or 7. Titans having a tough time moving the ball here in the first half.
Hey, go here. Hey, regardless if it's weak, stay in it.
Ball on
That's like 4 yards. Hey, recognize down the distance.
Burbank breaking the huddle. Ruvalcaba back out of the shotgun again. He's got Williams to his left. 2 receivers on either side. Takes the snap, looks across the middle. He had Stephon Johnson on the slant, but he threw it just ahead of him. And if he would have caught that ball, he might have gotten leveled, as Rio Americano was all over that play on the second level of the defense. It's going to be 4th down. Burbank's going to have to punt out of their own end zone. Rio has brought the pressure the last time Chase Dinneberg blocked the punt and set up Rio nicely for a score. Excuse me, that was on the last drive. They did not score. Burbank forced a punt on Rio's last possession, but here we go. Out of his own end zone. It's blocked again. It's Dinneberg again. It's still rolling around in the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. That's going to be a safety. Dinneberg is having himself a night on special teams. He gives his coach a jumping chest bump in the air and knocks his coach over, the big fella. Dinneberg gets another paw on that one. And 2 more points go on the board for the Raiders. 26-0 here in the first half. Maybe whoever that coach was, he might think twice about doing that against Dinneberg. 6'3", 200 pounds. You might think twice about giving your boy a chest bump the next time. Either way, the Rio Americano sideline is fired up. It's 26-0. And we're going to take a quick break here. We will be right back.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Welcome back, folks. After the safety here for Rio Americano, they're going to get a free kick from Burbank, and Langham scoops it up at his own 40, wiggling through traffic. He makes a bunch of defenders miss, and he is up the right sideline here. He's got one man to beat before he is brought down inside the Burbank 10. Isaiah Langham with a huge return, about a 55-yard return, right back into scoring position, and that's where Rio Americano will take over inside the Burbank 10 at about the 8-yard line. What a return. And the momentum just keeps going in the Raiders' direction.
You're right. I got a nice run back, but I need to
Burbank, only with 21 guys on their roster, has to be feeling the effects of this game so far here in the first half. A lot of guys having to go both ways. But Rio takes over here at the 8. Trantham hands it off to number 7. That's Mac Hausman. Picks up about a yard or so. Hausman's a big fella too. Mentioned that he plays baseball for Rio Americano as well. 6 foot 195. And we've got a timeout. Looks like an official's timeout. Clock stopped at 6:55 here. Looks like there's an injury for Burbank. One of the players is running off the field here, number 4. Holding his wrist up, number 4, Jaden Johnson. Hopefully everything's all right with him. But we continue to play here with 6:55 left in the first half. Rio Americano up 26-0 over Burbank. As Trantham looks to take the snap under center at the 6-yard line, he hands it off. And it looks like Burbank has the ball. There was a whistle, but everybody's still going in the opposite direction. Not sure exactly what happened there. Rio, looks like Trace Kloss had the ball. The ball came loose. Number 11 for Burbank just took the ball, stripped it away. It looked like that's Matthew Robinson. He returned it to about midfield. It sounded like there was a whistle right as the ball stopped at about the 5-yard line. The officials are talking about it right now to see if the play was dead or not. There was a whistle right about the line of scrimmage, but when Robinson picked it up, he just kept running, and everybody just kind of followed him. There was no secondary whistle. The officials are still talking it over with the Burbank team right now, and it is going to go to Burbank. It is a turnover, so something positive here for the Titans. However, stick with us, folks. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this. There still looks like a little bit of confusion there. The head official, the white hat, signaled first down Burbank, but the ball is still back at the 5-yard line. Everybody's still talking about it. There's a lot of confusion on the field right now. But it looks like Burbank's offense is coming onto the field, and they're going to take over inside their own 10. So it is a fumble. Matthew Robinson is able to strip the ball away and prevent at least another point for Rio Americano here. So 1st and 10 from the 6. We got another whistle here. It looks like an official's timeout. Actually, that's going to be Burbank's timeout. That's going to be their second of the first half here. With that, we will take a timeout, try to settle things down for you. A lot of excitement and confusion going on. We'll try to get everything locked in once we come back here. We're back, folks, and Burbank does take over on downs here inside their 10. Ruvalcaba completes a pass to the far side to Trayvon Edwards. He's shoved out of bounds there. So what happened, the explanation that I got on that last play is that Rio Americano fumbled the ball, or Burbank stripped the ball away. There was an inadvertent whistle. Even though Matthew Robinson returned the ball to about midfield, with the inadvertent whistle, the ball goes back to where the ball was dead at the inadvertent whistle, and that put Burbank at their own 6 to start this drive. So that's where we're at. Glad we got that cleared up. Burbank has got second down and long right now. The handoff goes to Williams up the middle. He picks up about 5 or 6 yards before being taken down by number 33, Toby Black. So some positive things going on for Burbank right now, even though they are down 26-0 here with 5:36 and counting in the first half, trying to get something going. And you'll take a little bit at a time here. Pick up a first down here, another first down there. Try to get across midfield. They haven't been able to do that so far in this first half. See if they can get something going here before the clock runs out. 5:17 and counting. Ruvalcaba takes the snap, hands it off again to Williams. He's got some blockers up the middle, and he's across the 30. And before he's taken down by about 4 Rio Americano defenders at about the 35, there are a couple flags down.
Good eye, though, dude. He saw me. I was like, oh, man.
And it looks like it's going to be a hold against Burbank. So one of the biggest plays offensively for the Titans so far this afternoon or this evening is just pushed back. That just kind of sums up this first half so far for the Burbank Titans. So that's going to bring a third down and about 4 from the Burbank 13. Referees signaling for the clock to start. We're at about 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Burbank looking to work with what they got here. Williams takes the handoff again. He shakes a couple defenders in the backfield. He comes back to the left side before being brought down for negative yardage by Chase Dinneberg. What a day he's having. A couple of block punts, one of them which led to a safety. Now he's getting in a couple of tackles for loss here. So that'll bring up a fourth down for Burbank. Another fourth down deep in their own territory. The last 2 times that Burbank was in this position, they had big number 84 all up in their face, Chase Dinneberg. Let's see what the Raiders have in plan here. 3:55 to go here in the second quarter. Up 26-0. The snap is away, and it's over the punter's head and out of the back of the end zone for another safety. Burbank just struggling to catch a break here. It's 28-0 Rio Americano now. And they're going to get another chance at a free kick when we come back. 3:47 left to play here in the first half.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mic. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mic.
All right, so we're back here on Game Mic. 3:47 to play here in the first half. Rio Americano up 28-0 over Burbank at Del Campo High School. This is where the Raiders play some of their home games. They don't have lights on their home field, so they share a couple of venues with some teams within their league. A safety on a botched snap that went over the head of the punter out of the back of the end zone. A second straight punt attempt that resulted in a safety. And Rio Americano is about to receive a free kick here. The kick is away. Number 10, Antonio Saucedo, takes it at about his own 40, bounces to the left, shakes defenders to the right. Oh, what a move! Shakes off another defender before he's taken down. That got the crowd into this game. He put his defender on skates right there, collecting some ankles, Antonio Saucedo. That's going to put Rio Americano at about the 40 to start this drive with 3:35 to play here, up 28-0, looking to get another score before the first half ends here. Man, Antonio Saucedo, what a return there. One for the highlight reel for sure. All right, so Kylan Gilbert is back in at quarterback for the Raiders, who start at the 39. Fakes a handoff. Gilbert keeps himself, comes to the near sideline, picks up, gets close to the first down before being pushed out of bounds. And it's looking like it's enough to move the chains. So Gilbert with a nice run on the option. Faked the handoff to Trace Kloss and kept it himself, picked up the first down. From the 25. Again, this time he does hand it off to Kloss, who's just dragging a defender with him for about 6 or 7 yards right up the middle. Another big play from the Raiders here. Gets them inside the 20. 3:15 and counting here in the first half. Gilbert out of the shotgun, looks right, gets Saucedo, who's met in the flat, tries to pick up a couple positive yards, but it's going to end up in a loss. Trayvon Edwards is the one who puts the stop on that play. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 8 from the 23. Head coach Reed Sanders has to be pleased with what he's seen in this game so far for his Raiders. Again, trying to move to 4-0 for the first time in nearly 30 years. Gilbert with the snap. Just looking downfield. He's got one receiver who just falls down. It's in the end zone, and it is picked off. It is picked off by Stephon Johnson in the end zone. And Burbank comes down with the turnover. A big momentum swing right there, and Burbank needed that desperately, or else they were going to go down 35-0 before the half. So a big play from cornerback Stephon Johnson, big 6'3" defensive back, one of those players that head coach Brian Golder had a lot of praise for when I spoke to him earlier this week. So Burbank's going to take over on downs here at their own 20 after Stephon Johnson comes down with a big interception in the end zone. 2:16 to play here in the first half. So again, Burbank has had a lot of trouble trying to just move the ball and get positive yards against this Rio Americano defense so far. And they're going to take their final timeout of the first half to try and talk it over and see if they can come up with something that they can work with here heading into halftime. We're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
All right, folks, we are back here on Game Mike. 2:16 to play here in the first half. It has been all Rio Americano here, 28-0, but Burbank has a little bit of momentum after a Stephon Johnson interception as Rio Americano was going for it all in the end zone. Stephon with a nice leaping grab for the pick to set up Burbank's drive right here at the 20. Rubalcaba drops back. He's looking to the right, and it is picked off by Rio Americano. So just like that, Burbank gets an interception, and then Rio takes it right back. That is Chase Carey, number 4, with another takeaway for Rio Americano. Man, just when they thought Burbank was going to come out and try to give themselves a little bit of breathing room, Rio keeps the pressure right on. I believe Rubalcaba was looking for Johnson on that play too. But Chase Carey stepping in and forcing the third takeaway for the Raiders this evening. They start at about the 35. Gilbert looking deep downfield. He's got the receiver there in coverage. And there's a flag in the end zone. It's incomplete. Stephon Johnson had nice coverage on Antonio Saucedo, who was the intended target. But we'll see what the flag is here. And it is offensive pass interference. A nice ball from Kylan Gilbert.
The call of offensive pass interference.
Would have been
They'll bring the ball
a
down.
28-yard touchdown pass, but the offensive interference flag that pushes him back more towards midfield. Stephon Johnson, again, had nice coverage on that play. He's the one who came down with that interception for Burbank on the last drive. 2nd and 25 now, but Burbank jumps off sides, and it's going to bring it at least 5 yards closer for the Raiders. Just over 2 minutes left here in this first half. Rio Americano 28-0. 1st and 20 as Gilbert, with a hard count, nearly gets him to jump off sides again. There is a flag, but this time it looks like it might be on the offensive line. And it is a false start. So a hard count from Gilbert kind of backfires off from his own offensive line. So right back to where we started, looking like the 49-yard line for Rio Americano. 1st and about 30. 2:02 left to play here in the first half. Gilbert has a man complete to Devin Pointes, who picks up about 10 yards there across the middle before being brought down at the 35. And that'll be 2nd and about 8 now. So a nice pickup there for about 17 yards. Gilbert again in the shotgun here. Looks left. He's got Pointes again, who goes up the far sideline. But Trayvon Edwards, number 3, with a nice ankle tackle to wrap him up. And we got another timeout here. This time it's Rio Americano, and that is their first timeout of this first half. We will also take a timeout as Rio Americano is up 28-0, trying to make it 35 before the first half ends. We got 1:18 to go. Stick with us.
Max Preps is America's source for high school sports, and we're looking for more broadcasters out there that have an interest in providing live audio from their high school events. No experience needed, but it can be gained. Email socialmp@cbsinteractive.com to learn more. That's socialmp@cbsinteractive.com.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome back to Del Campo High School. 1:18 to play here in the first half. Rio Americano driving up 28-0. They are at their 35-yard line. Gilbert out of the shotgun, looks to the near sideline, nearly picked off, but it's complete by number 3. That's Perona Finau. It was tipped off of the fingertips of Trayvon Edwards. Another near interception for Burbank, but Perona Finau with a nice tip drill and nice concentration, and Rio is at their 2. First down, the handoff goes to Kloss. He's swallowed up right around the line of scrimmage. The clock is ticking, under a minute, about 45 seconds, but looks like Rio takes its second time out here. That was a nice play by Nicolasi Perona Finau. A pickup of about 30 from quarterback Kylan Gilbert. That got him in about the 3-yard line. Raiders try to go hurry up and hand it off to Trace Kloss, but he is met immediately at the line of scrimmage. And Rio has a 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line when we come back from this timeout. There's about 44 seconds to play here. Rio is up 28-0, looking to make it 35-0 before we hit the halftime. Rio has been very impressive on both sides of the ball and special teams. A couple of blocked punts, a couple of safeties. You name it, you got it. The Raiders are providing it for you. All right, here we go. Both teams back on the field. Rio lining up in the I formation. Mac Hosman at fullback. Trace Kloss right behind him. The handoff goes to Kloss, and he is in the end zone for another Rio Americano touchdown. Trace Kloss picks up his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 6th of the season. And Rio Americano just cooking on all cylinders tonight, 34-0. Under 40 seconds to play here. Matt Hosman again back to take the extra point. And it looks like there was another inadvertent whistle. The snap went back to Perona Finau, who just kind of lets the ball go off his hands and squibble around all over the place.
Okay. Sorry, Nick. Good to see you.
You too, man. Kevin John's out of here. He's got his highlight, it looks like. He can go back to the station. Mac Hosman with the kick for the extra point, and it's good. And it's 35-0. Rio Americano. 39 seconds left here in this first half. Burbank's going to have a lot to talk about in the locker room. If you're Rio, you probably want to just get the message across that you want to keep your foot on the gas pedal. You want to limit those turnovers.